Got to execute. Got to execute.
All right, you heard him loud and in charge. Now you get to see him on your screen. We're pleased to be joined by Falcons men's ice hockey coach, Chris Bergeron. Coach, thank you for the time, and let's get right into it. Last season, your team made a good run but fell short of that WCHA championship game. A lot of that same team returns this year. What can we expect from your team this year in terms of getting over that hump?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. What we would like as coaches for everyone to expect is a different attitude. Not that our attitude was poor in years past, but I do think it is time for us to take a step into a championship contender. Michigan Tech, Minnesota State, Ferris State, they've kind of been the models in this league as far as that goes, and we've been competitive. There's no doubt about that, but the attitude piece is something that I think you can see. Well, at least I hope you can see that as a change from last year's group to this year's group.
All right, Coach, let's talk about someone individually, about Mark Cooper. His production last year was what helped put the team in opportune situations. He's now gone and a member of the Chicago Wolves. So who do you look at filling that void?
Well, it's going to be a collective effort. That's probably coach speak. You hear that. You know, we want our defensemen to continue to help with that void offensively. You look at Mark Friedman and Sean Walker in particular. Up front, it'll probably be, you'll start with the three seniors in Mercier, Dufour, and Matt Polkamp. Then you start to think about McLean, Spezia, Brandon Hawkins, guys that have put up numbers for us before. And then that sophomore class, I think Stephen Bayless showed signs last year at the end anyway of what we can expect. Hopefully that's something we can expect right away here.
Coach, a lot of people keeping their eyes on the offensive attack of this team, but you also got to keep an eye on the other side of the ice. An impressive guy has been one between the pipes. Your netminder, Chris Nell, one of the best goaltenders in the country. What is it about his preparation that makes him so special?
I think it's his willingness to prepare on the ice. He's still learning the off ice preparation thing, and the same focus off the ice has to be on the ice. But when he steps on the ice, he's a guy that's very professional. He's got a fire to him. He's a guy that got a bunch of attention last year. From not only college hockey, but professional hockey. So to have him come back for his third year, we're excited about that. We think he's going to have a real strong push from a freshman in Ryan Bednard and our senior in Thomas Scholl. So he's going to have to make sure he's on top of his game, and he's going to be willing to wrap his arms around that competition. He wants to be a pro. Well, the competition you're going to get every day is really high at the pro level. We think it's going to be that at this level here this year, and we expect him to embrace that challenge and take his game to another level.
Competition always brings out the best in everyone, so we're all excited to see what he'll bring to the table. Now, Coach, a lot of people know that sometimes your best offense is your defense. On the blue line, you can tell that you like to get your defensemen involved in that offensive attack. How has that been a benefit to your success over the years?
Well, it's something that, quite honestly, we've tried to develop with recruiting. We wanted to add some size right away when we got to BG, and then that size, and they did a nice job defending, but we didn't have a whole lot of contribution offensively. So to get our defensemen involved is something we want to do, and we start with Walker and Friedman. And one's a senior, and Sean Walker, our senior captain, and Mark Friedman is going to be a junior. They're both returning all league players. One was a second team, one was a first team. We have done it on purpose. Recruit kids that have offense in their game without giving up the defensive or the defending in their game. And we think this group, it's going to be 6 or 7 deep, and guys that have contributed, whether it be this level or the level before, and we're going to expect them to do that.
Bowling Green looking to continue to turn heads in the conference. Joining us to give us some insight on his Falcon squad, he is head coach Chris Bergeron. Coach, good luck the rest of the season, and thank you for the time.
I really appreciate it, and thank you for having me. Take care.